My name is Tim, I'm 8 years old, and I hate brushing my teeth. Not because I'm lazy, it's just that the toothbrush was always too scratchy, the toothpaste too cold, and the whole thing stupid. The same boring routine every day. Mom said if I stopped, my teeth would fall out, rot, and that the tooth fairy would come. But tooth fairies are for little kids, and I'm not little. When Mom told me to brush, I'd wet the toothbrush under the tap and leave it in the cup. She thought I did everything, and that was enough. The first couple of days everything was normal, but then things got weird. At first I felt something stuck between my teeth, sticky, sweet, like caramel if you chew it too long. I tried spitting it out. Nothing. I rinsed my mouth. Didn't help. On the third day it felt like my teeth were moving, not wiggling like before they fall out, but as if someone was slowly pushing them forward from the inside. I didn't get scared. I just thought it would go away. On the 5th day I woke up and found a tooth on my pillow. My tooth. It hadn't even wiggled. I didn't want Mom to find out, so I buried it in the flower bed outside. Nothing scary, I told myself. Teeth fall out. It happens. But that night I dreamed of tiny fingers digging through the soil, searching, whispering. I woke up drenched in sweat. On the 6th day I was standing in front of the mirror and saw my reflection. Lag. I turned my head, and for half a second it stayed still, like it couldn't keep up with me. I blinked, and it was normal again, but the eyes in the reflection looked too dark. Too dark. I started avoiding mirrors. And then came the 7th day. Mom said, "Tim, brush your teeth and go to bed." Her voice was strict, probably the strictest I'd ever heard from her. And for some reason, something inside me twisted, like if I didn't brush tonight, something bad would happen, really bad. I don't know why, I just knew. I went to the bathroom, picked up the toothbrush, put toothpaste on it, started brushing, and the very first second I tasted blood. Sweet, metallic, strong. Then I heard a crunch. I thought it was just the bristles scraping too hard. But when I spat into the sink, 3 teeth were lying there, mine, whole. I screamed, clamped my hands over my mouth, ran to the bathroom door, grabbed the handle, and the door slammed shut, right in front of my face, with a force like someone invisible had hit it. I pulled again. It was jammed, locked, wouldn't open. Then I heard a sound behind me, slow, wet, like someone was pulling fabric out of the mirror, stretching it, tearing it. I turned around. A hand was coming out of the mirror, small but pale, almost blue, fingers thin like wire. Then an elbow, a shoulder, and a face, a smile stretching to the ears, eyes black, wings like torn spiderweb, and the teeth. She had my teeth. I recognized every one. She hovered in the air, not touching the floor. I backed up toward the door, but my legs were shaking. She tilted her head and whispered, "Don't call your mom. She can't hear you. You knew you weren't allowed to forget me. You can't abandon your little teeth." I tried to scream, but the sound came out like a squeak. The fairy lifted a pair of tiny old pliers, rusty, like they'd spent 100 years buried in the dirt next to my first tooth. She flew up to me, grabbed my chin with cold fingers. "Now, let your teeth stay with me." And I screamed, louder than I had ever screamed in my life. The scream dragged on, first high, then hoarse, then tearing itself apart. It was the last sound I ever made. A scream, and silence. If you made it all the way to the end, then you're exactly the kind of person I'm looking for. Hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. I hope I can keep bringing you more stories, to make you smile, or maybe to scare you.